for the next one absolutely perfectly. 2 fights in, it is going to be Hasboys up against DB Ginger. These guys are on the Xbox side of the equation, which is a little bit different for Ginger, because PlayStation Ginger is a bit mythical. If you remember earlier, J-Dime, he was he came out and fought in the last Grand Prix, fought fantastically on PlayStation, but maybe has decided to come back here and try his luck on Xbox to end out.
Oh yeah, now I remember. Ginger in the Grand Prix is a mythical character. That's the best Ginger I've ever seen.
I've never seen Ginger again.
Yeah, like it was a one-time thing. It was limited edition. It was a DLC character.
He's on something. He's on some steroids or something like that. I'm telling you right now. Reaper's just woke up in the chat, by the way. If anyone's wondering if he's okay, so he's just said I don't know what happened in the chat.
He just said I blinked.
But here we go. This has got such big implications because this could put somebody in the top 16, and that's exactly what they're fighting for. They all want a shot, and let's be real, Cyrus. The seeding, the way it works as well. If you come 16, you could get a top guy or fight for the belt essentially in your first fight.
Yeah, exactly right. It's all seed based, and you know, honestly, what better way to become champion than the first fight of the new season? I mean, that's the way to do it, brother. These guys, though, like you see right now, trying a little bit of an opposing style. Bonedoinwork was traditionally a guy that got people to chase him a little bit out here, J-Dime, and caught him with the counters. But you can see he's been a little bit more aggressive with it here this evening. Seems to be trying to walk down Masvidal just a little bit. Maybe trying to mix it up from, you know, the old game plan, which was starting to get him caught. People started making the adjustments.
He's still getting chased right now, but he's just throwing more on his back foot than he usually throw. But Bone has developed, I was about to say fan base, a hate base, where people love to hate him. They don't think he fights. People think he runs. And I think he's here to show them he's more than just a track star. He's a fighter, Humble.
He's more than just a track star. Bonedoinwork. Yeah, he's landing though. Like, I'd understand if it was he wasn't landing. But the movement is for his defensive ability. He's throwing as you're coming forward, so that's why he's doing it. But it's your job to not follow as well. You can't follow somebody that's moving like that because he's very good at it. He does it every day.
Ginger getting a little spicy out there. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Ginger has to fight discipline though, Cyrus, against him, because one mistake and he's fighting off his back foot, and that's a counter, and then he's going to start walking forward once he gets a stun, Cyrus.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look, Ginger, I've had the benefit of fighting this kid a lot, and I can tell you that over the years, one of the kind of key things that stands out for him is just his ability to stay composed in the moment. Like when he starts to just kind of like, you know, not overthrow early, not be overconfident, just kind of like work his way into a fight. He does genuinely tend to do very, very well. He just has to kind of work it. He has to work that jab and just be defensive. And I feel like that's kind of what he's doing here. You see him looking to check leg kicks out here, Humble. He's throwing 1-2s, really trying to work that jab and slowly pressing Bone into a little bit more uncomfortable positions.
I'd like to see, you are right, but I'd like to see a few more feints as well. Like just throw some feints to get Bone to kind of react. Because at the moment he's following and then following the shot and trying to counter punch. Yeah, he throws more feints, he tries to close the distance, he uses bigger shots to kind of get in the pocket as well. It's going to help him out, but at the moment, no feints so far. Bonedoinwork, J-Dime.
Yeah, and Bonedoinwork is a frustrating fighter to go against. I've never seen a fighter fight him and not get frustrated. Even if you catch him later on, he just fights so well from the outside that he tested your discipline in a way, Humble.
Yeah, and Jay, would you agree? He frustrates you before you're fighting him, like you mentioned earlier on as well. We heard, you know, Ginger earlier on, like, oh, you know, he gets people in a sort of a mannerism which they like, oh, for God's sake, I've got to play against that.
Strategy. Hold around.
I do want to highlight something. They did say Hasboys on the fight prediction and on the graphics. We apologize for anybody. We'll refund that, you know, back to everybody, so we'll kind of like debunk the bet. But I believe that this must have been a short notice replacement. I'm sure we'll get an update from the production boys in a moment.
Yes, I think it was. I think we just got told about just before we came in there. But obviously, this is a an interesting fight because of Ginger. The concept of Bonedoinwork on the outside, but then getting a rock, Jay. Would you, you know, if you have a close round now, potentially you could be 2 rounds down.
Big missed leg kick. The kicks in this fight have not been fantastic. Like they haven't really been using them well. I feel like the boxing advantage has gone to Ginger. for the most part. But the kicks, they just seem to be doing them at the wrong range. Oh, here Jay, they're not really setting them up, and I feel like it's some of the biggest openings for a finish are coming from those big missed kicks.
Yeah, but Ginger been getting caught with a 1-2 chasing him too is the problem in this fight.
Yeah, I'm expecting a few more tips as well come from bonedoinwork. Nice work on the outside, to keeping his distance. He just doesn't let you trap him. He tries to keep on an angle constantly. Keep on the outside. His defense is then solid. And you've just got Ginger. You can tell Ginger's getting visibly frustrated. But if Ginger gets another knockdown or something, it's a close round.
Yeah.
Who knows?
He wins the round if he gets a knockdown.
Well, perpetual momentum seems to be the game plan once again from bonedoinwork. He's having success across the stretch, but has to be careful, like you say, not to get rocked again. Ginger has heat in those hands though, so one little slip and he may find himself on the wrong end of a big rock.
He's right there, Jay.
Yeah, and when you fight Bone, if you ever notice, he'll always have the advantage on the stats. It's will you eventually catch him or are you going to land the big shots? Because the way he fight, he'll always have the advantage numbers-wise, Humble.
Yeah, he's attacking the legs as well, so important.
Yeah.
You know, if you're going to move a lot and you're going to attack the legs of your opponent, because that's going to affect the movement essentially. Also the power. So if they go for power, it's a good opportunity. Yeah. Giving his opponent overlooks as well. Every time he switches stance, he keeps doing that. He's giving Ginger something else to have to work towards.
Yeah, and the mix-ups between the oblique kicks and the 1-2s giving him all sorts of trouble. Attacking the body.
People need to finish cars. They need to finish in this card. Like, you don't know where you finish, you know, like, because of the...
Oh! What just happened there?
Big whip.
Oh my. The uppercut, he's almost landed it a few times, does connect right there. Not at the opportune timing though, but it seems to be one of the better strikes for Ginger right now. I wonder if he can set that up again. It is difficult though, because bonedoinwork he maintains that lateral, movement so well. Just the distancing from him is perfect. I think that's the main source of the frustrations here, Humble, for Ginger. Just can't really get any combinations to connect.
Yeah, he's not. He's also got the bonedoinwork worrying about anything. Like, there's nothing really bonedoinwork has to worry about. There's no singular shot or body part that's damaged. So bonedoinwork can just kind of freely loosely move and keep going back to like the leg damage when he needs to. I've also noticed the way he's kind of throwing. He comes down that middle of that 1-2 straight, but he times it well with leg kicks. So if you start moving your head off the centre line from the 1-2 straight, your leg gets extra damage. It's a great game plan.
You know what's the crazy thing? This is always Bone's game plan. Can you stop it is the problem, Cyrus.
100%, bro. 100%. And I do think Humble brings up a fantastic point. If Ginger was able to approach this, working the jab a little bit more and just single shots on the entry, he can start to cut off the cage a little bit more, because throwing combinations from the center like this is just allowing bonedoinwork to get a sidestep and kind of recenter himself a little bit, so he's got more space to work with.
Yeah, he needs to come off that centre line, but his legs too damaged, and then big shots aren't kind of working. He's got a lot of stamina. He needs to get rid of that right now, because I know, like, you know what I mean. Like, now this is the time. If you're George Masvidal and you've got that much stamina in the third round, something's gone wrong.
Yeah. Like, why do you have so much stamina? Unload, Ginger. Unload.
That's what he's got to do. He's got to go for it. He's got to put the pressure. Start working the jab now. Start cutting off the angle. And getting in there. Bonedoinwork needs a finish though, Cyrus. Where's he going to finish in the rankings? That's massive. He then finishes are huge.
Yeah, but I see, like, he's one of those guys, right? We speak about our high fight finish percentage. Bone is a guy that will go to decision. Like, he will. He's going to pick you apart. Like, obviously we want to see finishes, right? And the rankings, but he wants to put together a certain amount of wins. But I'm saying this as if he isn't going to take it if it's there, and he will. It's all on Ginger here, because he may be down in this fight. He could be down. You don't know how it was scored, right? And I feel like he needs to suppress that action in the third round. Well, he needs
He's
to
down right now.
Yeah. Well, he might have won the first is the problem, right? But he's losing this one.
Yeah.
That's better.
He got to close this distance. And that's what he needs to do, because Connor throwing them 1-2s off the back foot been killing him all day, Humble. And there's the stunt.
Ginger expects a trap. Comes through. He needs it again. Can he land one big shot? 1 minute 40 seconds. You're just pressing the action right now. This is what he needed.
And he may have just gave up though. He may have just the elbow. Why did you spin? How would you spin?
Body work.
I don't think he's going for a finish. I'm going to be real with you here. Bone is like,
if he doesn't get the Grand Prix, it's like the result of not.
The final
Bone
30
is the
seconds.
opposite of the primetime guarantee. He's like the complete opposite.
Bro, look, he's going to go for it in the final 30 seconds. That's Bone's plan here, bro. He's going to secure this round if he can and try to get the finish in the final 30 seconds. He's done it before. I'm sure he's not going to do it again. Ginger on the receiving end of a big flurry to sit him down, bro. This is not looking good for Ginger right now.
I don't like each other, these two guys. Jesus Christ.
No, he's not going for the finish. I'm telling you, he's not actually.
Well, who's won this round? Definitely. Yes, definitely. Because he got. I can't remember.
He has to pass her up. He has to do something.
Oh,
Keep
you
trying
made
to
it.
pass her up. He has to do something. Oh my.
Well, who knows? Let's see what the judge. Because I've seen worse judging. You know, if they started drinking early again, Cyrus.
He started drinking early.
Found a good. I don't know. Found some good look at the judges in England. They were crazy. They were mad judging. But here we go. The most realistic part of the game. Jedi, the judging.
Uh-oh.
Barely needed. That's the problem, Cyrus. They're barely needed in prime time. So when we do get them, they're wrecked. They've just been partying all night doing no job.
They've been partying all night. Jeez.
Good fight, though. It was a good fight.
Yeah, it was. Ginger pushed the action. Bone did his thing, but 29-28, unanimous decision.
Ginger. No, I'm joking. It's got to be.
Notorious, brother. The notorious. But Bone doing work, brother. Like you say, he does the same thing out here, J-Dime. He has, game plan A, right? That is game plan A right there. Everybody knows what he's going to do, and it's on you to be able to kind of take that away from him. Ginger not able to get the job done here this evening. He has been fighting a lot on PlayStation recently, so I don't know if kind of mixing between the controllers is having any sort of impact for him. I'd suggest for him to kind of practice on one of them and continue on one of them, because that's not the normal Ginger we've seen, bro. He's kind of fought that game plan in the past, but I have to say, Bone doing work, credit where credit is due. He does that game plan very, very well. He's defensively sound. He makes people chase him. And the kind of almost the heel aspect that he's got recently, I feel like it's playing into his favor, because it's meaning that people are having to play into his game style more and more as he continues to win.
Now, watch what I'm about to say. Just listen to what I'm about to say. Ginger, you my guy, but watch this. You said this isn't the normal Ginger. No, this is the normal Ginger. The Grand Prix Ginger, someone else.
Cyrus must have just forgot, like the mythical creature Ginger. That's the thing though. He didn't get the Grand Prix this year, so he's not going to have an opportunity to show us that this year. Time he's going to have to pull it out on event after event.
Yeah. It was just all jokes aside though. Ginger will come back from this. He'll go back to drawing board. He'll do better. And Bone will continue to frustrate people and keep fighting how he fight, because at the end of the day, it's up to you to stop it.
Yep, 100%, man. But whether you love it or hate it, this man is getting W's, and he gets another one here this evening. Great win for him, and we will see where that kind of puts him come the end of the season, or come the end of this event, I should say. Up next, however, the featured fight of our early prelims. It's going to be ranked number 17, John Africa, up against ranked number 22, Raw Spooky. Spooky is back, and he is looking to make one run of it here this evening, undefeated